Welcome back, YouTubers. My name is Natalka, and today I'm going to be showing you guys how to make a vanilla bourbon creme brulee. I am really excited about this one today because I just got a new kitchen torch. I am so excited to use this. It's been years and years since I've used one, and that one didn't work. So this is my new kitchen toy. I can't wait to try it out, and I'm going to show you guys how to use it on a creme brulee. So that's it. That is the game plan for today. So let's get to it and start baking. Okay, so to get started, I have 2 cups of cream infused with 2 vanilla beans. To infuse them, all I did was split the beans in half, scrape out the seeds, put them into my cream, and I put the vanilla bean pods into the cream as well, and let it sit in the fridge overnight. You don't have to let it sit in the fridge. You can just put it all into your pot if you want. I just found it gives it a better flavor when you let it sit overnight. All right, so put your cream into your pot. Then you're also going to add a 1/4 cup of sugar. Same thing, I have my sugar already infused with some vanilla beans. You can just add a splash of vanilla in if you want. It's so much easier. And then I'm adding a tablespoon of bourbon. I'm going to whisk that all together. I have it on a low heat, and I am going to bring it to a very gentle simmer. All right, so while I'm waiting for my cream to come to a simmer, I'm going to separate my yolks and my whites. I need 5 egg yolks. So I'm going to put my whites in one bowl, egg yolks in a measuring cup, and separate them that way. My whites will get used for something else. Don't worry, they get used. All right, then I added 1/8 teaspoon of salt and a 1/4 cup of vanilla sugar. Same sugar that I used in the cream. If you don't have vanilla infused sugar, just add a splash of vanilla into your eggs. Yes, you just saw me picking out pieces of dried vanilla bean pods because it's infused into my sugar. The vanilla beans kind of break up in it. Anyway, you're going to whisk your eggs until they turn a pale yellow. All right, so the cream is simmering. I am going to take this cream now and I'm going to pour it through a fine mesh sieve, because I need to catch the vanilla beans. We don't want them in our creme brulee. The other is I'm pouring it into a measuring cup. And the reason I'm pouring it into a measuring cup instead of just scooping out the cream to temper the eggs is because it's going to be easier to pour a consistent stream of hot cream into the eggs using a measuring cup. It's more just for convenience and ease of use. All right, so now we're going to temper the eggs. So you're going to take that hot cream and you are going to pour a slow and steady stream of the cream into your eggs while whisking the entire time. And you don't want to pour it too fast because you don't want the eggs to curdle, but you don't want to pour it too slow because it's going to take you forever to do this. So just pour it consistently, we'll say. Okay, and just whisk your eggs and keep whisking until all the cream has been mixed in. Once it's all mixed in, I'm going to pour it through a fine mesh sieve again, only because the eggs seem a little foamy. And I'm hoping the sieve will kind of catch it. And I'm pouring it back into a measuring cup again because it's easier to use to pour it into all the ramekins. Next, I have 4 ramekins, and I am going to fill them up with the custard as equally as I can. Now, I could probably turn this into 6, even 8 possibly, but it would be they would be very shallow. It wouldn't be very thick. These ones are going to be a fairly thick custard dessert. It's probably enough for 2 people to share 1 ramekin. So fill them all up. While you're filling those up, you're also going to preheat your oven to 325 degrees Fahrenheit. And you're also going to get a kettle, fill it up with water, and turn it on because you need hot water. Next, you're going to grab a 9 by 13 inch pan. You're going to place all 4 ramekins in it. You're going to get your kettle of boiling water and you're going to pour it into the pan. And you're going to fill it up about halfway up the ramekins. And what you're doing is creating a water bath for them to bake in. Then you're going to bake them for approximately 40 to 45 minutes. Take them out and let them cool completely in the water bath. Once they are cold, then you're going to remove them. You can see it's still kind of jiggly in the middle, which is perfect. I'm wiping them off, putting them on a baking sheet, and I'm going to put them in the fridge overnight. You could put them in for a day or two if you want. I'm going to eat these tomorrow, so I'm putting them in the fridge for the night to make sure they are fully set. This next part is the fun part. This is where you get to use your kitchen torch. So you're going to take a teaspoon of sugar and just cover the top of each of your crème brûlées. And you don't need more than a teaspoon. It's actually quite a bit. But use your judgment. If you want a little bit more, a little bit less, that's up to you. But put your sugar on top of your crème brûlée. Then you're going to take your kitchen torch, follow the instructions on how to use it. Mine, I just have to unlock it and press the button and it comes out. The flame comes out. I also have a control on it that I can make the flame bigger, smaller. Mine's kind of in the middle. Then you're going to very, very carefully heat up the sugar all around the top. And you're going to heat it up until it melts and it starts to basically burn, is what you're doing. You're burning the sugar. And once it's all kind of burnt and looks like it's all melted, mine kind of like my crème brûlée is kind of sunk in the middle just a tiny bit. So it's kind of pooling, the sugar's pooling in the middle. I'm just going to twirl or like roll the bowl of crème brûlée around a little just to spread the sugar out in the middle. And then I'm just going to let it sit for a couple minutes. I will actually probably pop it in the fridge just for about a minute or so to make sure that the sugar has hardened. All right, so I'm going to finish up these last two and burn the sugar on them. Let me tell you, it kind of stinks. Burning sugar does not smell so good. It does create a bit of smoke that I kept kind of like blowing away. And I was worried that I was going to set my smoke detectors off, which it did not, just so you know, it didn't. But you can kind of see in the video that it is creating quite a bit of smoke. It worked really well. I'm super impressed how easy it was to use. I really, really love using this kitchen torch. I can't wait to try it on something else. Yeah, look at all that smoke coming off of it. So just be careful. You know, anytime you're using an open flame like this, you have to be very, very, very careful. So please follow the instructions on your kitchen torch package and use it properly. So next is the fun part of seeing if it turned out. I love this part of it, hearing the crack of it where it kind of sounds like glass. So if you listen really carefully, I did my best to catch the sound of it cracking. All right, so that is it. It was easier than I had expected to make these. So I am going to go eat this now and enjoy my fancy crème brûlée. Thank you guys all for joining me. Please remember to hit the like, subscribe, and notification bell. And I will see you guys all next week.